Alright lads, so today over on Brazel we have some leaked information in regards to our upcoming banner that will be getting announced on the 14th this upcoming Friday, and it will be released this time next week on the 19th. The banner is scheduled to technically get announced a few days earlier since we don't get banner announcements on the weekend. However, the trend has been that we have been getting leaks over on Reddit a day or two before the banner does get announced, and I think at this point I'm just going to cover any leaked information that we do get. Every now and then there's also other stuff that gets spread around on Discord, but I'm going to try and avoid those and not talk about them because they, at the end of the day, are rumors. However, whenever we do get leaks like this posted on Reddit, this is approved by the Reddit mods themselves, so we can believe it. And Aspirated Exorcist does have a pretty good track record of leaking past banners, so we know whatever we are about to see here is going to be a for our upcoming banner that will be getting announced this upcoming Friday. With that in mind though, since it is called Tonight on Kitchen Nightmares, I'm expecting a Valentine's banner. That has been my expectation, and the characters are going to be, as far as these drawings are concerned, who let them cook. This looks like two male characters, really? For a Valentine's banner? That's interesting. Different at the very least. Right now, my first impression, I'm thinking Shinji and Momo, but I don't really think it is that. The top left one does look to be Shinji, although it is kind of giving off maybe Yumachika vibes too. The bottom character, my first impression, is Momo, but I don't think it entirely is. So this seems to be our upcoming mid-month banner. And actually, this is super funny. Having a look at the comment section, this seems to be a banner that's from a potential gag, maybe an after credit after an episode. I do not remember this for the record, but this is our upcoming banner. We're getting a Chef Yumachika and Rin. Does anyone even remember this character? He's one of Mayuri's, lab members, whatever you call it. But you know what? I'm kind of down for this. Yumachika hasn't had a character in almost a year, albeit, characters have had less characters over the last year, but I don't dislike Yumachika getting a new character. But Rin is kind of funny. This is his first character ever in Brave Souls, so I'm kind of excited to see how he is going to look. I'm assuming he's probably going to be like New Year's Hanataro, where it's just like a goofy character, probably messing up the cooking, albeit I don't remember this filler episode or filler scene. Maybe it's not even filler, but either way, I do not remember this in the anime. So maybe Rin is out here really cooking, and it seems that they made some strawberry cakes at the very least. And you know what? I'm kind of down if KLAB are going to go down this route of just doing fun and silly banners, because technically this is going to be a seasonal banner, and at the same time, technically it's not going to be. I'm sure it'll be treated as seasonal in terms of how limited they are, but it is just like a gag moment from an episode. I'm kind of down if they are going to do more of that, albeit I haven't seen most of them, I will be honest. But I'm sure there's some other funny moments out there after credit scenes that might warrant being turned into characters. I mean, my first thoughts now is something like this, for example, right? Granted, this is an opening, so there's no guarantee they even do this. They haven't done stuff like this before, but if they want to turn some of these designs into characters, I'd be super down for that. I think the ones that stand out the most are these three characters. Like, this would be a crazy banner, I will be honest. But going on to Brave Souls Simulator, again, having a look at Yumachika's characters, besides his most recent 1000 Blood one, his last character was also a seasonal, which funny enough was also during that end of month January slot, Valentine's themed slot. So other than the 1000 Blood War version, our large Yumachika has been a seasonal, and it's been a while since we've had like a pre-1000 Blood War canon Yumachika, which I would also be down for. In general though, Yumachika doesn't get that many characters. He quite frankly only has like, 4 characters in 8 years? Well, yes, some other characters haven't had new variations in quite some time. Yoruichi is the character I've been talking about quite a lot, and I would have loved to have seen a Valentine's Yoruichi in this upcoming banner. Kisuke 2 is a character that hasn't had a new version in quite some time. Over 2 years at this point, right? Some characters do deserve new characters over others, but in general, as far as Yumachika is concerned, he hasn't had that many characters, so I really can't be upset with him getting a new version. Especially for those Yumachika fans that might be excited that you're getting Chef Yumachika. Who would have thought that would ever happen? And I can't even type Rin's name in because Rin doesn't even have a character, so that's a first for Brave Souls at the very least. Okay, so I just found out this apparently is from episode 134. It's a whole ass filler episode that I've not yet seen. I watch it in my own time, by the way, before the banner does release. So technically, these aren't even seasonal characters. Would this be classed as a premium banner? It might be, because it's filler episodes, right? And it appears Hanataro is in this episode, so we were kind of robbed of a Hanataro chef. That's kind of unfortunate. And the whole episode is just them making a cake. That is kind of funny. But poor Hanataro, he didn't actually get a character, but we got Rin instead. But I think what's even funnier and crazier in this situation is that KLAB provided these characters instead of Bounce. It's kind of funny. In terms of what these characters might offer, however, we do have some upcoming guild quests that these characters might be designed for. So in this case, assuming they are designed for guild quests, I feel like if anything, one of these characters characters might be a melee or rank killer. Now, we did just get Esno, so if they are to be a melee or rank killer, what I'm going to assume is that they are going to be a normal attack damage character, because to be fair, that's something that we haven't had in quite some time. And maybe with that in mind, they can just go alongside Esno. Esno already is good enough for guild quests. This upcoming character, whether it's Yumachika or Rin, can just be a nice addition to use alongside Esno. We also have the melee Stun Ritter killer, so there's a potential chance one of them could be a melee Stun Ritter killer. I feel like maybe this one's unlikely. Maybe they're going to be a normal attack damage character too. Maybe it might just be 2 normal attack damage characters. No, sorry, this is the ranged Stun Ritter killer. So we actually did mention that. If anything, maybe one of these will be a ranged Stun Ritter killer and be an SP lead. Because right now, as far as this guild quest is concerned, we only have 1 character for this phase. You know, just to double confirm that, we did talk about it last time we made a video on this guild quest. But if we have a look at ranged Stun Ritter killers, we have basically 1 lead. We have plenty of new normal attack damage characters, Candice, Askin, and also Nanana. But leads are almost non-existent. It's basically Toshiro. Now, I believe Toshiro is returning, to be fair, so maybe this GQ being active isn't to sell a new character, it's to sell the return of Toshiro. That could be likely, but I would like to see maybe a new ranged Stun Ritter killer. If we have a close look at the guild quest schedule, we are next up getting after that the ranged Captain Killer guild quest and then also the melee no affiliation guild quest. Maybe they could have ranged Captain Killer. That's a possibility. Maybe one of them could be a ranged Captain Killer. That is a possibility. Or at the same time, we could get a new farmer. Last month did bring us 1 new normal attack damage character, a guild quest unit, and then also a farmer. I think farming characters in general should still continue to happen, even though farming is kind of just gone to single player / AFK farming with the brave bonuses. But we did go many months without a new farmer. Like literally the release from Meninia to Isane was like 5+ months, 6-7 months of no farming characters whatsoever. Toshiro I thought was a nice addition to the game, so I wouldn't mind another one. In terms of what attribute, maybe technique or heart, because we did just get mind, speed, and then also power. So if we had to get a farmer, it would likely be a technique character, I would say so. Our last, at least, Super Links of farmer that we did get was actually Hannibal, and at that point, we're coming up to like a year ago. So yeah, even though this might not be like the most exciting banner, it might be a funny banner. I'm kind of down for it. This is something different. I don't recall KLAB ever doing something like this. You know, we've gotten filler arc characters before. We have the Rigai characters and stuff like that. We have the Zanpakuto filler characters. But I don't recall us ever getting a banner based off of 1 filler episode in particular. So maybe this will open the door for KLAB to do some more funny banners like this, goofy ones like this. And while again, I haven't watched most of the filler, I probably should go back and do that. One of the fillers that come to the top of my head right now is the characterizers, right? Granted, I don't think they are filler because they appear in like a little gag part in the manga. But like stuff like that would be kind of cool. And I'm super down for it as far as mid-month banners are concerned. Instead of getting a remake of another Toshiro, you know, do funny stuff like this, resulting character that we've never had before, like Rin. And I guess at this point, we kind of have to wait and see if this will be considered a seasonal or a premium. To me, it doesn't really matter. It's not 1000-year blood at the very least, so they will be more available. But I am curious to see if it is going to be treated as a premium banner or a seasonal. Either way, that's the leaked banner. Let me know what you lads think about it, and be back on the channel this Friday when we do react to the new characters and see their visuals, see their skills, and what they are going to offer. Hope you lads enjoyed the video though. See you lads next time. Take care and peace.